Exceptions. We've been talking about exceptions throughout the semester and the importance of try and catch when it comes to exceptions. And when it's file handling, there's no difference. We need to be dealing with the I/O exceptions that come about through files, okay, through file reading, file writing. They need to be caught. If we're not catching them, we're gonna run into problems with the compiler, okay? Now, what it does is this is going to force us to use try and catch. So we want to, whenever we're reading or writing to files, we're opening the files, we're going to be embedding these within try and catch statements so that we can deal with things. You might not have permission to open the file might not exist, the file might be corrupted. There's all kinds of reasons why things might not happen, and therefore our program will throw an exception, and when it does, it needs to be caught. So a method signature can end with throws IO exception, and then that method doesn't need to catch the IO exception. The method that called that one will have to deal with it, okay? So that's why I said the calling method has to then catch the IO exception. And we touched on that a little bit as we were going down the lines of exceptions. So you should be seeing now that exceptions are extremely important. They're a fundamental area of programming. And it's important that we're dealing with those exceptions. And it would be even better if we could work out how to prevent the exceptions. But when we can't, we've got to deal with them. So let's have a look at this here. And you can see I've got up here, okay, throws IO exception. And then we come down and I go try, catch file not found exception. All right, that makes sense. There's an IO exception and then there's just an exception. So these are some ways that we can deal with exceptions when it comes to doing file I/O.